program final review session. So during this review session, we will be going over the following. First, I'm going to review the exam objectives. So this is the document that I had sent at the beginning of this program. What this does is it goes over the different topics that you'll be tested in for the certification exam. And then afterwards, what I will do is I'll open the line up to any questions that you have moving forward in regards to training, certification, and so on. So before I begin with the exam objectives, I'm just going to get a bit of information about what you can expect from the certification exam. So the certification exam is a 50 multiple choice question exam, and it's about 50 minutes long. In order to pass the exam, what you need is a 700 out of 1,000. So based upon this, each of the questions is worth about 20 points, so you'll know that moving forward. The exam objectives that I'm going over, these will give you information as to the different topics on the certification exam and the percentage of questions that are asked on each topic. So going forward, I will be reviewing that information and kind of giving you further info too. So the first topic on the exam is QuickBooks setup. This makes up 6% of the questions on the certification exam. You will want to know what information is required before you set up a QuickBooks file, how to start a new company data file in QuickBooks using the Easy Step interview, how to keep the lists and preferences from an old file while moving transactions, how to customize the home page, and how to set up lists. So this includes customers, vendors, items, and so on. So this will include understanding which names and items should appear on which lists. The second topic is QuickBooks utilities and general product knowledge. This is 10% of the questions asked, so approximately 5 questions. You will want to know how to navigate or move around QuickBooks using the home page, menus, icon bar, and so on. How to back up and restore a data file by going to File, Open or Restore a Company. How to determine the release number and how to update QuickBooks. How to use QuickBooks in single user and multi-user mode. What versions and editions of QuickBooks are available for a specific year, how to password protect QuickBooks by going to Company and Set Up Users, and then how and why to use preferences in QuickBooks. Topic number 3 is list management. This is 6% of the questions asked, so 3 or so questions. You'll want to know how to manage lists. This includes customers, vendors, items, and so on. List management will include adding new entries, deleting entries, editing entries, and merging entries. So to review how to merge entries, you want to refer to pages 30 and 32 of the Day 1 manual. Topic number 4 is items. This is 8% of the questions asked. You will want to know how QuickBooks uses items to perform necessary accounting entries, the different types of items and when to use each type. For this, I refer to Chapter 5, page 48 of the Day 1 manual. How to use items for different types of scenarios. So this includes companies that sell, products for a specified price, services for a specified price, unique products or services that have different prices for each sale, and one product or service. Topic number 5 is 10% of the questions asked, and that's sales. You will want to know the 5 ways to record sales, which are invoicing, sales receipts, statement charges, deposits, and through a QuickBooks-compatible program such as Excel or Peachtree. You will want to know who should be listed in the Customer Center, how to navigate and use the Customer Center, how to complete the workflow from the sale to making the deposit for invoicing and sales receipts. Remember that you invoice when the customer does not pay at the time of sale, and you do a sales receipt when they do pay at the time of sale. You'll want to know how QuickBooks uses the undeposited funds, accounts receivable, and checking accounts in the invoicing cycle, how and why to record a customer credit, how and why to create statements, and how to handle bounce checks or NSF checks when someone writes you a bad check. Topic number 6 is purchases. This is 10% or 5 questions on the exam. You'll want to know who should be listed in the vendor center. So remember, a vendor is anyone you pay. This can mean subcontractors, utility company, your landlord, tax agencies, suppliers, and so on. How to navigate and use the vendor center, the different workflows for making purchases. So this includes entering and paying bills, writing checks, using a credit card, and using a debit card. How to record the transactions in the purchase workflows. How and why to record a vendor credit. How to complete the inventory workflow from purchase order to payment. How to set up, collect, and pay sales tax, and bank reconciliation. Item number 7 is payroll. This is 12% of the questions asked. And having taken the assessments and going through the training, I noticed that payroll was a topic that I needed more assistance with. So I was sure to refer to the Day 2 manual. Chapter 5 covers payroll. You will want to know the differences between the payroll services that are available from QuickBooks. This includes basic, enhanced, assisted, and direct. How to set up payroll, including employees, federal and state taxes, and basic payroll deductions using the Payroll Setup Wizard. How to set up an employee's earnings and sick or vacation time. How to track sick or vacation time, accruing hours, and using banked hours. How and why to set up payroll schedules. How to run payroll. How and why to pay payroll liabilities. How to prepare payroll forms, including 941 and W-2 in QuickBooks. And tracking time and using it for payroll or for invoicing customers. Topic number 8 is reports. This is 16% of what is asked. Knowing this, I made sure that I had a very good understanding of reports in QuickBooks. You will want to know how and why to use the Report Center, how to customize reports, including report modifications, collapsing subaccounts, so on, and also using the Customize Report button. The basic question that each report answers, including a basic understanding of each report, how and why to process multiple reports, how and why to send reports to Excel, and how to memorize reports. Topic number 9 is basic accounting. This is 10%, or 5 questions on the certification exam. You'll want to know the basic financial statements, what they are, and have a basic understanding of what they mean, and the difference between cash and accrual reports. So accrual-based accounting recognizes expenses and income in the period they occurred, regardless if payment has actually occurred. Cash basis does not recognize items until they've actually been paid. You'll want to know how and why to set a closing date, and how to enter a journal entry if asked to do so by an accountant. Lastly, topic number 10 is customization, saving time, and shortcuts in QuickBooks. You will want to know how and why to memorize transactions, how to set up multiple users and what level of access can be granted or denied, and how and why to create custom fields for customers, vendors, and employees. So at this point, that concludes the brief overview of the exam objectives. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the line up to any questions that you have in regards to QuickBooks.
Niagara Falls. The room wasn't set up when we arrived, and we actually missed everything before Payroll Section 7. Is this available? Is this PowerPoint available so we can see what we missed?
Yes, I'm actually recording this this presentation right now, so you will be able to access this after the recording is done. I'll make sure to send a link out to everyone in an email after this session.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. So on the test, will it be a combination of the 2009, 2011, and 2012 exams?
So the exam itself is on QuickBooks 2012. So you will only be tested on QuickBooks 2012. We just gave you the different types of topics and areas so that you could have, you know, both hands-on training, lecture training, in addition to practice with the types of prove-it assessments that are available. However, the exam itself is just 2012.
And I have a second question. So you have to successfully complete the 2011, the 2012, and the 2009. Is there a certain score that you have to get on the 2011 and the 2012 considered complete?
Yes. So a passing score is an 80% or higher on those any of the activities in metrics learning. So once you pass all those, you'll receive an automated email with your certification voucher information.
Okay, Valerie, well, this is Raquel. While I was taking the 2012 exam, I lost the internet connection. I was doing it over there at the WorkSource 1 building, and around 4:05, I got taken off. I ended up, it completed my course, but I had only answered maybe 5 or 6 questions. And it put all the other questions that I didn't answer as failed. So I got like a 16. And it says I completed that. I retook it, tried to retake it 2 other times, and I got the same results. I lost the internet connection, or I got a server error. I called ProveIt.com. They said, oh, you know, we just have a lot of people on this and that. Try it again tomorrow. But I've gotten it so many times that I couldn't even log on at home. I couldn't log on the library. I couldn't log on at the work center. So I don't know what to do. Would I be disqualified from taking the exam? Because it says I completed it, but I failed it, and then I couldn't even log on to the 2011. Once I got on there, I was able to log on, and I got the same results. I couldn't go any further. I couldn't do anything. And I could see the question, but I could not see the choices to answer the question.
Okay, so thank you so much for bringing that up. At this moment, we've been speaking with ProveIt, so a couple of people have experienced the same thing. Basically, what it is on their server's end, there's been too many people, you know, trying to access at once. So we are working with them on the issue. In the meantime, we recommend that you try and complete the ProveIt assessments. You'll be able to take those as many times as you want. So, you know, just because you aren't able to complete the first couple of questions.
Okay, even though it says I completed it, I can go back on and launch the course again?
Yes, absolutely. You are able to go back in and relaunch. So for anyone who is experiencing issues, just continue on in the ProveIt. We do recognize that, you know, there's been a server issue with people going on. Please keep in contact with us if you're having trouble, you know, completing the ProveIt or moving forward. Let us know. We will be working on this with a case-by-case basis, and we just want to, you know, be able to help you toward the next step of this. So thank you for your patience, and please just continue on with training.
Okay. All right, that's what I was concerned about. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to take the exam, so I didn't get through this.
No, we will speak with the one staff. Say if you are not completed with training, we'll speak with the one staff in regards to testing, see if there's an alternate date we can keep you in and get you in regards to this issue. But, you know, as I mentioned, continue on with training, and we'll work with you throughout the process.
Okay, good, good.
All right, does anyone have any questions in regards to the exam objectives, what you can expect?
Well, you know, there were some questions on some of those tests that seemed foreign. I didn't know how to answer them because it's nothing that was covered. I don't know.
Yeah,
is that how the test is basically going to be? You know, you said basically 2012, but I'm hoping to get through 2012 so that I will be able to answer correctly.
So the exam you're taking is on 2012. The assessments and the activities we have you take, there is a 2011, 2012, and 2009. Again, we do this so you have practice with the multiple types of, you know, training. They are from different content providers, so there may be some differences in between what the Mastering QuickBooks has and the ProveIt has. However, a couple of examples people brought up were Lead Center and then the General Ledger. Those 2 questions were not on my certification exam, I found. So in training, you know, just get through the assessments, make sure you pass those.
What if we get that wrong? We get that wrong and then, you know, score 79 because of that. We won't be able to take the exam?
Again, with the ProveIt, if you're having trouble, we're going to work with that on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. Yeah.
So in preparing for the exam, you know, get through the ProveIt, as I had mentioned. Other things that I'm recommending that people do are we have the recorded review videos, so I'll make sure I send the link to the day 1 and day 2 recorded reviews after this, and the exam objectives document is very helpful. In addition, when you finish all of your training, you'll receive a certification batcher and 3 practice tests. So those practice tests directly replicate the exam. So, you know, just get through the training in SkillSoft or in Metrics rather. We'll, you know, work with you toward that result, and we're looking forward to helping you get the certification credential.
Is there an interactive 2012 that we can do practice on or no? Like the 2009? We did it.
The answer to that is no. The only interactive one we have is the 2009, but the exam
Can we go
itself
back to that one? And
absolutely, you can go back and review that if you want. But the exam itself is multiple choice, so there won't be any interaction with the QuickBooks interface. So that's why we have you taking the different types of assessments.
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll do a lot of studying then.
Yeah, and if you have any questions throughout, please let us know. Both Nikki and myself have taken all this training and the certification exam. So our goal is to help guide you toward doing the same.
Okay.
Valerie, this is Mark again. On the Sunday, April 6th email, there was a notation that there's a recorded review for the program. Goes over second half of Mastering Training Day 2. Be viewed at any time before the final review webinar, which is today. Does that mean it's going to be tonight, tomorrow, or will it still be, or is that the review that you just referenced that you said will still be available for days 1 and 2?
Yes, that is what I just referenced. So the recorded review for day 1, day 2, those are both YouTube videos. They are accessible at any point.
Okay, great, because the email implies that today's the last day you could see us.
Oh, nope, just we were hoping that everyone could view it beforehand, but if you're not done with the day 2 training or, all of the training, that's completely fine. You're able to review those at any point, including right before the certification exam.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anything else from anyone else?
No, not for me.
Charles is happy.
I'm all set.
All right, well, great. Thank you all so much again for being on the call this afternoon. I'll be sending the recorded link to today's session for anyone who had missed the first part, and also the recorded review videos. Please continue to keep in contact with us throughout the duration of your training. We look forward to helping you toward this next step.
Valerie? Valerie? Hello?
Hello.
Valerie, this is Raquel. Would you be able to send a script or no?
I do not have a script to this session because I'm just kind of speaking, but what I went off of was the exam objectives. So you can just go ahead and go off of that. And then, the Q&A.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Okay, good.
All right. Well, great.
All right, then I'm all set. Thank you, Valerie.
Thank you as well. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.